Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Laura Yamada.
And I'm Paula Akana. The state health department is working on new food rules that will affect every restaurant in the state.
In some cases, the rules are getting tougher to come in line with federal food requirements. And KITV4's Kyoki Kerr joins us with the exclusive story. Kyoki.
Well, Laura, the new rules will require cold food to be stored in refrigerators a few degrees colder than the requirements now. It doesn't sound like a big change, but those few degrees make a big difference to restaurants here. There is a rush of business during the dinner hour at Seoul Restaurant on Waialae tonight.
Thank you.
And when things are busy out front, the staff in the kitchen is slammed as well.
How long on that, Kelby? Thank you.
And they are constantly opening and closing the refrigerators. A draft proposal from the health department will require restaurant refrigerators to be 4 degrees colder. Instead of 45 degrees that's allowed now, they'll have to be 41 degrees.
It's tough. It's difficult in the kitchen environment. You know, you're in and out a lot during the service hours. However, it does protect the food. It protects the product, keeps it longer. So I can see how that's a good thing.
Chef Sean Priester says the new colder temperature requirement will force some restaurants to spend more money repairing refrigerators or even buying new ones.
I'm going to assume that there's going to be things that are going to need to be adjusted in order to get the temperatures to where they need to be. So, you know, there's going to be additional capital put into your equipment just to get it repaired.
A lot of them are above 41 degrees. They're between 41 and 45 degrees. So industry will have to take a look at how they're going to ensure compliance with the new refrigeration temperatures.
The health department's Peter Oshiro says the temperatures required for keeping hot food hot will decrease 5 degrees down to 135.
It's a big improvement because now we're able to use a national model for food safety that is backed completely by science in all its aspects.
And sashimi lovers will be happy to know the state will not adopt a federal standard that puts restrictions on raw fish. Now, the new food rules are still in the draft stage, and they must go through public hearings before taking effect, perhaps in the middle of next year. Laura?
So, Kyoki, they're working on new regulations, but we know there's a severe shortage of inspectors to actually enforce those rules. So is there something being done about that? Well,
there is, Laura. The state plans to advertise soon for 2 vacant inspector positions on Oahu, adding to the 10 inspectors who have to handle 5,800 restaurants here now. And over the next 2 years, the state hopes to hire 17 more inspectors to increase the frequency of restaurant inspections so they happen more than once every 2 years. Back to you.
Still a lot of work. All right. Thanks, Kyoki.